McDonald's is one of the most popular fast food restaurants, not only in Australia, but throughout the world. There are now over 900 stores throughout the nation. Back in 1971, the first McDonald's to open in Australia was in Yagoona, an inner west suburb of Sydney. Now, McDonald's take pride in their hygiene, their outstanding service, and their top quality products. Jake Humphreys went on a journey out in a town called Bathurst to find out whether that rings true or not, which incidentally was where the first McFlurry was ever sold.
We always get a lot of people complaining when they go into a Macca store after they've come out about the food not being hot enough, the store not being clean enough, the guy at the counter not being friendly enough, and all those kinds of things. Well, today at Bathurst McDonald's, I'm going to help answer a lot of those questions with this review of the restaurant. I'm going to go inside, we're going to test out all those things that I've just spoken about, and we're going to see if we can pick apart the restaurant a little bit and see what's good and what's bad about it. Let's go. The first thing I noticed when I walked in, or I walked into the car park was clean, the entryway was clean, there was no rubbish hanging around, even the surrounding tables were very clean. So it was a very presentable area from the car park to the inside. Now the service I got was great from a woman named Dana. She was the manager, which means, you know, she's setting an example that was very good. I got a 2-part greeting, hello, how are you, what would you like? She wasn't overly stubborn or short, she was very polite. I probably waited, I'd say, between 1 and 2 minutes, which is very reasonable. Went outside, sat down, found a table very quickly, it was clean, there was no rubbish surrounding it, and I got into my food. I got a large McChicken meal, which is one of their classic meals, so I expected it to be well presented, and it was clean. The chicken burger was very well assembled, there was no sauce hanging off the edge, which can sometimes be very annoying. The Sprite, which was the drink I got, was very clean on the outside. It can often get sticky on the outside and it can be very annoying. There was none of that going on, so the burger was very good. It was hot and it was fresh, it was well assembled. The Sprite was good, there was nothing on the outside. I'd say the fries were probably a touch old, but other than that, the overall experience was very good. Cleanliness, customer service, and food quality, a big tick in all 3 categories. It was a really good experience overall. You know what I've had to say about the restaurant. Now we're going to talk to some people who come here a little bit more regularly. Trent and Dills have been studying here for 3 years, and we're going to hear what they've got to say about the restaurant.
Pretty consistent, like most of the stuff they've got right. I haven't had many problems here. The only one problem I have is like got the wrong burger wrong, which they quickly changed, so it's been pretty good.
Sometimes you'll come here late at night because it's really busy with all the uni students from going out. You could wait up to 10 minutes for your burger, and that's not really optimal because if you're coming to McDonald's you want it fast. I guess it depends who you get. Sometimes I go through the drive-thru and the people are a little bit obnoxious and it's not nice.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's pretty clean. The bathrooms are really clean. I'm pretty sure they have people come in there like every hour or so to clean them. But they don't give out sauce whatsoever, which is really annoying because each meal that I'm pretty sure they're supposed to give out at least one if you're getting nuggets.
It's pretty good here. The only negative is probably sometimes you get some fries that seem a bit old and a bit cold.
It's not expensive, but you know that like you could spend $20 on a meal that would feed us both here, and we could spend a week's worth of groceries with $20. Like you can just get a cheeseburger for like $2 and you'll be full. Or a frozen Coke for $1.
So after talking to Dills and Trent, it got me thinking, what are some of the most common complaints McDonald's receives? So we were able to narrow it down to 4 common categories for customer complaints: poor food quality, missing items in order, long waiting times, and rude employees. And as you just saw, I had pretty pleasant experiences with all 4 of those requirements for McDonald's. But we did hit the forums online and we saw some complaints regarding all 4 of these categories. So we got a hold of McDonald's employee Dana Harden, who was able to clear up some of those common complaints and some of the things that Trent and Dills said as well.
Signs up, we get the managers reminding us about it all the time. We're happy to just give out the condiments as soon as someone points out that they're missing from their order. Try to keep on top of it as much as possible, but yeah, sometimes we slip up by here. So we always get taught to make it a 2-part greeting and a 2-part goodbye. So for example, hi, how's your day today? What can I get for you? We do have people that are rostered on to clean. These people are rostered during the peak times, so sometimes we don't have a person specifically rostered on for cleaning around night at times, overnights, if anyone is on the front counter and not really doing a lot, they get moved to the dining room to do a lot. And as you go, that's a big policy that we're talking about in the online training. So it depends on the managing roster. We've just got a new managing roster in, so hopefully she'll take into account the rushes we get on uni night. Often overnights are really slow. We kind of get no warning about when a uni night's on or when an event is on. We usually know that Saturday nights, Friday nights are the busiest, so we put an extra staff member or two on.
Taking a trip to McDonald's, I've experienced a meal, I liked it, I thought it was good. We spoke to some regulars in Trent and Dills, and then we had a chat with Dana who works here, and we got her to clear up some of the complaints that Dills and Trent made and some of the things that they weren't too happy with. So all in all, I think it was a beneficial experience for everyone, and I give a great rating to Bathurst McDonald's. See you later.